Young Philly might have built one of the worst reputations in UK media history, going
Build
from
Young
being
Philly, bro.
Personality of the Year in 2021 to facing charges so serious they brought his entire career crashing down. My name is Ryan, and in this video, we'll be looking at the deserved downfall of Young Philly and the shocking updates in his criminal case. Before everything fell apart, Young Philly, whose real name was Andreas Felipe, was widely seen as one of the most promising entertainers in the UK YouTube scene. He started his career in 2013, making and posting comedy skits, public interviews, and music-related videos like his cameo with Cadet.
This video, man, don't need you in this
Hey,
car.
listen, Young Philly, I'm a massive fan of you, Cadet Blood. Follow up my Insta, you know I like the big back things, you know when it jiggles?
His loud,
Big bad
confident
things.
personality made him instantly recognizable, and it didn't take long before he became a national sensation, with people describing him as legendary and that guy everyone wants to have in their friendship group. His collabs with Chunks helped him push him even further into mainstream popularity, turning them into one of the most iconic duos. Philly's reach expanded even further when he became a recurring face on Foot Asylum and Pro Direct Soccer, eventually starring in Does the Shoe Fit?, a series where his unfiltered humor helped turn the show into one of the biggest dating shows on UK YouTube. TV networks quickly took notice, leading to hosting roles on BBC Three's Hot Property in 2018 and Don't Scream in 2019, with The Guardian even describing his on-screen presence as so youthful that it should come with a new kind of 18 certificate. By 2023, he had become a fully established mainstream personality, and for a while, it looked like Young Philly was on a trajectory with no ceiling, until everything changed on the night of September 27th, 2024. Young Philly performed at the Bar One nightclub while touring in Australia, which was a popular nightclub known for hosting international artists. It was supposed to be another energetic show in front of fans, the kind of performance he'd done hundreds of times before.
You know I'm drunk. Look, this is how you know I'm drunk. I'm from Brentford. I'm in
But after the event wrapped up, Philly returned to a hotel in Perth, and what happened inside that room would soon make international headlines. According to Australian authorities, a woman in her 20s later reported that she had been SA'd inside Philly's hotel room on September
crazy.
28th. The next several days were spent gathering statements, reviewing injuries, and piecing together what had allegedly happened. And by the time police issued an arrest, Philly had already traveled to Brisbane for the next leg of his tour, which is where officers finally detained him on October 8th, 2024. He
God,
was taken into custody
was
and
recent.
then extradited back to Perth, a detail that instantly made the situation feel significantly more serious.
Popular musician and YouTuber from the UK known as Young Philly has been extradited from Queensland to WA, accused of serious sexual assault allegations following an incident in Perth.
Some fans reacted to the news saying, "Oh my god, I swear I had so much faith in Philly, why would he do that?" While diehards still tried to defend him, saying, "Innocent until proven guilty." Let's not jump to any conclusions. During his first court appearance, the atmosphere around the case changed instantly when prosecutors revealed that the accusations involved 4 counts of sexual penetration without consent, 3
Wow.
counts of assault occasioning bodily harm,
Wow.
and 1 count of impeding breathing by applying pressure to the neck, essentially a strangulation charge. But the real turning point came when prosecutors presented photographs of the women's injuries, describing them as proof of violent behavior and that no ordinary person could consent in those circumstances. The language
People are weird, bro.
was so blunt
People
and
are weird.
so severe that it immediately dominated the headlines. Police argued strongly against granting him bail, insisting that he was a flight risk and that the evidence they had made the allegations impossible to ignore.
Police investigating him say they have an extremely strong case that includes CCTV footage of the social media star on the night of the alleged offences.
His lawyer, a high-profile Perth barrister who went by the name of Seamus Rafferty, attempted to counter the claims, and despite the prosecution's objections, Philly was eventually granted bail. The court approved his release under strict conditions, including a ban on contacting the complainant, a restriction preventing
Yeah, that's the
him from
normal.
discussing the case online, and an order requiring him to remain in Western Australia. His bail reportedly cost around $100,000, and the decision allowed him to stay out of custody while the investigation continued. He later pleaded not guilty to all charges, but the allegations alone were enough to overshadow everything he had built up until that point.
That's
Months
shitty.
later, 2 additional charges of sexual penetration without consent were filed against him, which made it seem like the situation was only getting worse. A 10-day trial was scheduled for July 2026, almost a 2-year wait that guaranteed his name would stay stuck to these accusations for a long time. One day, he was performing in front of cheering fans, and the next, he was being walked out of an airport by Australian police, facing charges that could end not just his career, but also take away his freedom. And just when the situation already seemed overwhelming for Philly, another legal problem surfaced, this time involving his behavior on the road. While he was out on bail for the Australian SA case, Philly appeared in the Perth Magistrates Court again in December 2024, facing an entirely separate charge. During this hearing, he admitted to driving at 158 kilometers per
God
hour
damn.
on Roe Highway, approximately 100 miles per hour, which is 60 kilometers or 40 miles per hour over the speed limit. He was caught on a speed camera on November 17, meaning he was driving at dangerous speeds while already
My boy doesn't learn.
strict bail conditions.
My boy does not learn.
Immediately impounded as the incident was a clear violation of safe driving laws, and later on, he entered a guilty plea for the reckless driving charge. The court
Oh,
also
shit.
adjusted his bail terms.
Talking about that, I got a
He
ticket I
no
gotta
longer
pay.
had to report daily, but he was required to check in with police 3 times a week and remain in Western Australia until further notice. The reckless driving case didn't receive the same level of attention as the assault allegations, but it reinforced the idea that Philly was struggling to manage his behavior even under legal pressure. What nobody expected was for the situation to escalate even further, because just when it seemed like young Philly had hit rock bottom, an
What else?
entirely new set of allegations emerged. And this
God
time,
did.
they weren't from Australia, but from Spain. The new
Oh my
accusations
God.
came from a British tourist who claimed Philly assaulted her during a holiday in Magaluf, one of Europe's most notorious party hotspots. According to early reports,
This is why I don't go to parties, bro.
had been visiting the island with
I don't go to
friends
parties.
when she ran into Philly.
Never
at the
trust
beach
these- you
club
can't trust
where
these
she'd
girls.
been performing that night. They crossed paths again later at a nightclub and eventually ended up at a hotel room with several people, including one of Philly's friends. What
Like,
made this
Look,
allegation
that's so crazy. Like, these girls, how they end up in the room? No one forced them there. They came willingly. That's the thing about it. They knew what was going on. And then after they're just trying to get money. That's what it is. Blackmail, probably.
even more complicated was the sequence described. She said she had consensual sex with Philly's friend earlier that night, but once she ended up alone with Philly in the room, the situation changed. She claims that this is when the assault happened. Instead of reporting it in Spain right away, she waited until she returned to the UK, then filed a report with British police. They forwarded the case to the Spanish Civil Guard, who then passed it on to a judge in Palma, the capital city of Majorca, who officially opened a criminal investigation.
Oh, that's
Because
crazy.
of how Spain's legal system works, the investigation is happening entirely behind closed doors, where there is no public hearings, no updates, and everything is private until a trial is confirmed. The only confirmed detail is that a magistrate requested formal cooperation from Australian authorities to question Philly under oath on Spain's behalf, meaning that while he is already dealing with multiple charges in Australia, another country is now investigating him for a separate alleged assault.
That sucks,
It's
bro.
devastating. For many people, one serious case was already career-ending, but investigations in 2 separate countries pushed the situation into an entirely
Can't trust these girls, bro. Can't trust these shorties.
commenting things like,
Don't
"Is
trust
young
shorties."
Philly just going around assaulting women in different countries? What the F?" And young Philly is finished, SMH. The new allegations only made his case more complicated and forever changed how his fans viewed him. At this point, young Philly was facing the possibility of spending years in prison across 2 different nations. And for a lot of people, this was already enough to end any chance of a comeback. But as the fallout continued, something else happened. Old accusations began resurfacing, claims that had once been ignored before. Back in 2021, Philly had already faced worrying allegations after several posts went viral, accusing him of messaging a 17-year-old girl named Alice
my
Gomez and allegedly trying to meet up with her.
No, bro. There's so many girls want you. Why? Why do you always try to get the youngins, bro? Like, geez, just say, like, look at them, be like, nah. So she says her age, be like, nah, not for me. Call me when you're 21 or 19.
The claims didn't gain as much traction, and many people dismissed them because there wasn't a major investigation attached to the situation. But after Philly was charged in Australia, those screenshots resurfaced across social media, and this time they spread much faster. Alice also came forward to narrate her experience, describing the whole situation.
4 years ago, I
See what I mean? These girls.
to a young Philly on Instagram DM. He DM'd me, and I ended up going to his flat. Him and his management, they worked very hard to manipulate me. Obviously, me when I was 17.
After which she added,
Crazy. Just looking for 5 minutes of fame.
Anything, then they could ruin my life. My life would be over. You know, it'd be awful for me, awful for my mental health. So they convinced me to stay quiet.
and concluded with a post saying, "I've been receiving death threats and abuse for the past 24 hours, and many people thinking I am the woman being referred to in the incident that took place in Australia. It's disgusting to see the messages that I'm receiving, considering what Philly has been charged with, and seeing that people are still looking to blame anyone but him." She also posted a video confirming that she actually ended up meeting with Philly.
I feel like I've got a song.
See what I mean?
Might not like all my
See what I mean? These shorties always recording, bro. Always. If you got money, bro, they always trying to bring you down. I'm telling you, don't fall for this shit. Don't fall for this shit.
songs for them. Out of the, let's say, 10 that you
Chase money, not hoes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And if I don't, then what's happening?
You're allowed to say.
Okay.
So sometimes it's better, you just pay for your girls, those girls, the women of the night. Pay for your women of the night. Have them come over, send them off. At least they got paid, everyone's happy.
No one actually gets offended when you say music.
The situation never resulted in formal charges, but looking at it after his latest allegations, it reinforced the idea that something had been very wrong for a long time. Fans had everything to say from "I'm actually so shocked," the way he speaks highly of his mom and sisters, and now this, disgusting, to silly man, don't understand why he would do this when he's got so much to look forward to in life. I'm literally shocked. Around the same time these older allegations resurfaced, a TikToker named Big Jewy uploaded a video publicly defending young Philly and directly challenging the Perth accusation. In the clip, Big
Okay.
Jewy apologized to Philly, claiming that the Perth case had unfairly damaged how Australian women were being viewed online.
Before I go further into this video, I'd just like to take this time to apologize to young Philly. Deeply apologize. We are not like that. There are certain individuals that like to take things too far, and it gives the rest of us a bad name.
She then went further, naming the woman who accused Philly.
So the media is concealing who this female is. So everyone's like, who is this mysterious female? This mysterious female is Miss Emma Burns, the one and only stripper and sex worker.
And alleged
God damn, so it was a stripper. Bro, it's just trying to get money out of them. Oh my God, I was just saying you gotta pay for it, but like even the strippers are out for get some money.
that the encounter was consensual from the beginning.
Emma went to the hotel with young Philly and they both had a mutual agreement. When you have a
Wow.
mutual agreement, babes, it's consensual, so there's no rape.
Now you gotta get them to
She
sign
also
shit.
suggested that messages allegedly sent to one of her friends afterward contradicted the assault claims, implying that the situation had been exaggerated.
Emma Burns had then texted her friends and said one of her friends, and told her friend how much of a good time she really had and that she was ready to go home. Could her friend book her an Uber? She then told her friend, "Oh, actually, I don't need it anymore." That doesn't sound like someone who's being sexually assaulted, Emma. That's
Right.
someone who's having a goddamn good time.
According to Big Jewy, this wasn't the first time Emma had tried to pull such a stunt. She had allegedly tried to frame another artist,
Emma Byrne has also done this to another rapper before. She has tried to do this to another rapper or a musician, Bryson Tiller. I don't
Bryson
know.
Tiller.
She
Really?
has tried to do this to someone else before.
but the case didn't pull through due to inadequate evidence. The video spread quickly across TikTok and X, and some viewers used it to defend Philly, saying that Emma should be arrested if she loses and sent to jail for 10 years.
It should be.
Others criticized
Factual.
Big Jewy for publicly attacking an alleged victim and involving herself into an active criminal case.
Why not? That's I never understand that. Like the alleged victim. Like I thought it's innocent until proven guilty. I never understand why they gotta hide their person's name. Meanwhile, this guy's name's getting dragged in the dirt. And the crazy part about it is he ruins his career. That's the and her career, whatever it is, her stripping career, nothing gets affected. So I feel like if you get let go, after being charged for some shit that's serious like this, the person whoever charged you should go to jail, bro. Like straight up, they should go to jail for lying.
One of Philly's ex-partners also posted a video publicly speaking about her own experiences with him, and from the start, she made it clear that she wasn't trying to comment on the allegations themselves or claim to know what happened in Perth, only that she wanted people to hear from someone who had actually known Philly personally.
I actually know Philly, so at least the people that are watching this can have something based on someone that actually knows him.
According to her, Philly had always made her feel comfortable.
My experiences with Philly made me feel comfortable.
And never forced her into doing anything against her will.
If you don't want to do anything, if you don't want to... Bear in mind, we'd spoken last year. We'd been seeing each other last year. And even then, he was like, if you don't want to do anything, if you're not comfortable, we don't have to.
But just like Big Judy used to do before it, her statement changed nothing. Fans left comments like, how can she have her side of the story when she wasn't there? And just because his experience with her was good, doesn't mean it's gonna be with everyone. What followed was one of the fastest collapses of a creator's career the UK scene had ever witnessed. His YouTube channel started losing subscribers by the tens of thousands, Instagram unfollows piled up daily, and his TikTok, once built on constant viral videos, saw engagement fall off a cliff, losing over 200,000 followers. In the same spirit, companies and brands that had spent years building shows around him suddenly wanted nothing to do with his name. Foot Asylum, the platform that
even if he wasn't proven guilty,
one of YouTube's biggest dating series, announced a statement that read, "In light of these extremely serious charges, we are unable to comment further until the legal process has been concluded." ASOS, the clothing company, wiped every piece of promotional material featuring him. Heinz removed a collaboration that had launched only days earlier, and a streetwear label called Perplex deleted an entire clothing line that had been built around him. Even the Sidemen, who rarely edit their content, took down their 20v1 video with Philly without saying a single word, and it wasn't difficult to see why based on his behavior in the video.
Where are you about to touch me? I'm concerned.
What? You think I'm a waste?
I'm sweaty though.
So? I like sweat.
Nice to meet you.
TV wasn't far behind either. A dating series produced by Gymshark called Hit Off, which had already been filmed and was gearing up for release, never aired. His live UK tour with Chunks vanished from TikTok.
That's crazy, bro. See how many
productions
you get ruin someone's career just like that?
TV project,
just for allegations.
Saying, "We are aware of the serious allegations that have been made against young Philly and the legal proceedings that are now underway in Western Australia. Therefore, in the commercial areas of business where we have responsibility, we have paused working with our client." In no time, young Philly had gone from being one of the most sponsored creators in the country to someone no brand wanted to be associated.
That's crazy, bro. Just like that. Just like that goes down, everything down the drain.
High risk, advising clients to avoid any partnership until the legal case was resolved, something that could take years. But the brand reaction was just the beginning. Creators weighed in too. Some did it directly.
You're just like a socially weird person. It's like you are entitled and arrogant.
It's a power thing.
Yeah.
There's a power thing there.
While others, especially from Philly's inner circle, kept their responses low-key. Even Chunks, who had been his closest collaborator for years, kept his distance and released a short statement saying the following.
Yes, my peoples, like everyone, I've heard the reports coming out of Australia. Whilst I understand many of you want my reaction on it, as this is an ongoing court case, I hope you guys can understand that I can't and won't be commenting on it publicly. So yeah, I've just come on here to basically let you know the reasons as to why I can't. Love.
However, Chunks faced a lot of backlash after posting the video, with some viewers starting to believe he had something to do with the case. You are under no obligation to talk about it, Chunks. No court has ordered you not to talk. This screams guilty. An older video of Chunks making a suspicious comment about Philly also went viral.
Yeah, I wouldn't let you marry my family, but yeah.
Why? I'm a good man.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
No, I have too many stories. Yeah, anyway, yeah.
What stories?
Huh?
Too many stories.
That's very scary.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with you when I'm clarting?
Adding more fuel to the fire and confirming that he knew something that others didn't. And in addition to that, old clips of Philly resurfaced everywhere.
I show speed?
From this. But are you gonna be not crazy. Choking?
Oh, I think I remember this.
Like a joke, it was more like a... You know what I mean? What the...
Moments that people had previously dismissed as jokes or typical lad behavior were suddenly being held up as red flags. Comments he'd made, flirting that once seemed harmless.
I'm 19 on Saturday.
19 on Saturday? Where you going Saturday?
London.
Okay, what club you going in London?
Liberty.
I'm gonna see you there, baby girl. Yeah? Cut that one now.
Or moments where he came across as cocky or overly forward.
But yeah, it's just for the camera.
Reframed as evidence of a darker pattern. People who had met him began sharing their own impressions, some saying he was arrogant off camera.
When I told you this guy is very entitled and arrogant, and that's what people around him say, and this is what these people in the clips are saying, this is just a reflection of what happened.
Others claiming he acted aggressively around women, going as far as body shaming them.
Finds my YouTube videos and he's like sending me pictures of myself in my videos, like telling me he didn't like what I was wearing, he didn't how I looked in that video.
That's crazy.
The brutal part. The public had already formed its own conclusion. His name stopped being associated with the content he made and instead became tied to the allegations, following him into every conversation. After months of strict bail conditions in Australia, a judge recently granted him permission to return to the UK for the first time since his arrest.
Now, in September this year, he successfully changed his bail conditions. Previously, he was stuck here in WA, but just weeks ago, he successfully changed those bail conditions, allowing him to travel to the UK for the next few months, including for Christmas and New Year.
District Court Judge Gary William Massey approved the change to his bail terms, allowing him to spend almost 4 months at home, after which he must travel back to Western Australia for a trial. Under the updated arrangement, Philly is required to return to Western Australia by January 7, 2026.
Oh, that was just a while ago.
Passport the following day. The court also imposed a $100,000 surety on top of his existing $100K personal undertaking.
Damn,
basically
that's 200,000
to return by making him pay another $100,000, which he can get back if he does return. Additionally, all of his electronic devices must have location services switched on while he is overseas, allowing authorities to monitor his movements at all times. During his appearance,
that's wild.
He understood the revised conditions, thanked the judge, and left the court without making further comments. Since
that's
coming
wild.
back to the UK, he has reportedly been staying with family, and his first post after months of silence was a lighthearted question asking whether curly hair suited him. He is also more active, especially on Snapchat.
I want to buy a bike. Like the road ones though, like I can go far and fast.
Hopefully it makes a comeback, man. Like allegations, it's not been proven guilty. That's what's crazy. Allegation can ruin a guy's career, bro.
Trying to monetize whatever platform he still has access to now that his biggest brand deals are gone.
Sitting there on Snapchat trying to discuss his lifestyle again. Of course, his Snapchat is verified, so he's being paid in doing so, so he wants to try and make some money on return, you know, because he hasn't made any money for the past year and a half. Everything has changed, all the brands and friends.
And regarding Philly's return from Perth, there have been speculations that the financial strain of living under tight restrictions, along with the ongoing costs of legal defense, may have influenced the court's decision to amend his bail conditions.
It is to pay for lawyers. This man is not Diddy. Well, but this man is not Diddy in regards to net
money.
Diddy still has 300 million to his net worth after the trial was done.
None of this has been confirmed, but these theories continue circulating as people try to make sense of where his career and personal life
That sucks, man.
The moment that received extra attention was a video of Philly saying that he's back at eating pork.
Hey, I'm back on the pork. I was sleeping for years. I'm back on the pork. I was sleeping for years. I'm back.
But since his closest friends Chunks and Harry Panero are Muslims, viewers saw it as a shot at all of his Muslim friends for not backing him. Some believe they chose to distance themselves to avoid being linked to the current allegations, especially during such a sensitive period for his public image. Creators began responding as well. YouTuber Bouncer released a video titled "I'm worried about young Philly, can someone check up on him?" reacting to the clip of Philly talking about eating pork and suggesting that his recent behavior felt off.
And this is what made me just think, do you know what? Like, I need to check up on him, you get me? Like,
Hey, I'm back on the pork.
I'm looking at it and I think something's off there. He don't look normal there.
Yeah.
He don't look normal there.
In the video, Bouncer pulled up several other posts from Philly's social media, pointing to moments that, in his view, showed someone struggling rather than coping normally.
He's trying to do anything to get attention, though.
But not everyone was happy with him making
That's how you,
appearance online.
that's how you kind of do it.
Mentioning how he was assuming everything to be okay and posting online as if nothing had happened. For instance,
You have to try to
criticized
pretend.
him for posting photos of him hugging his mother and sister, sparking an instant reaction across social media platforms. Gross. Why would he have someone take photos of his emotional reunion with his mom and sister, then post it to his socials? And Snapchat, I don't care that Young Philly uploaded a new story. Leave me alone. The
God
backlash
damn.
intensified further
Wow.
when Young Philly was spotted at Wembley Gym training alongside Chunks, which for many viewers seemed like it reopened nasty wounds that hadn't even begun to heal. After months of silence and public distance, seeing them together again made people feel like Chunks was rooting for him. If it were the other way round and Chunks was the one with the accusations, there was no way that Philly would hang about with him. We all saw how obsessed with money Philly was. There was no way he would risk the bag for Chunks. This was a dumb move and speaks volumes. And he will disown his
Chunks is kind of a real friend, I guess, to that man.
support an alleged rapist. And as the backlash plays out online, the legal
Alleged. He didn't actually. They don't know.
Magaluf investigation in Spain continues. Authorities there are handling the case behind closed doors, and the judge in Palma has already taken steps to coordinate with Australian officials as part of the ongoing process. His Australian trial is expected to be lengthy, and the Spanish probe could also move forward.
That's
with
some
charges
scary
if
shit,
the judge
man.
believes there
These
is
girls are always out for the bag, trying to get the
will
money.
eventually have to face both cases directly, and the results will determine what happens to his career, his freedom, and his future. If you enjoyed this,
Don't trust shorties. That's what it is, man. Do not trust these girls out here.